to the Mantuary podcast, where we sit in the sanctuary of the man cave and just kind of shoot the shit. I am Marine X. This is
Danny
We
Lene.
appreciate y'all for kicking it once again, man, making the stuff happen. Hopefully everybody's having a good one.
Right?
How you doing?
Good. I'm good. Feeling good tonight.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm trying not to be like super slow when it comes to actually having the cigar lit and stuff. I think next time I'll switch seats just to keep the smoke out your face and all that good
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
You know, I'm trying to be a nice guy.
I appreciate that, every now and then. Because it has been hitting my face just a little bit.
It hit your face, girl.
Just
You already
a little bit.
You know the damn deal. It be like that sometimes. It just be like that. Hey, listen, I appreciate everybody kicking the door. And listen, first off, the 22nd anniversary of September 11th is today. And I kind of just want to talk about just not let this day pass by without thinking about remembrance for today and what it means for today. And so the biggest thing about it is today is September 11th, 22nd anniversary of today. And we absolutely don't want today to pass by without remembering where we were. So September 11th, 2001 was what? How old was I was in the 10th grade. Where were you? Remember where and how old you were?
I think I was in the 7th grade.
Wow. Wait, so 10th grade, 7th. Okay, it's legal nowadays. Like not that age group. That's weird. Okay,
That was
that's
weird.
But like, overall, I remember it well because I was going to like third period or second period in the 10th grade. And my teacher, this was back in the day when the TVs were on carts.
Yep.
And so, and it had a little
With a
VCR.
little butt in the back.
Yeah, all that shit, right? And my teacher had the TV facing her desk. So as we walked in, because, it's high school, just like middle school, you walk between periods. We're walking in, she's like, had her arms folded, has her hand touching her chin, and she's crying. We're like, she's crying for her.
Okay.
And so she turned the TV around. She had a little antenna on her TV and got local news. And we found out.
Ooh, not the antenna.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Did it have a little foil at the end?
Exactly. Literally. And she found, well, I don't know about the foil. Maybe
Okay.
did she? No. We could afford something better than that. But we found out that planes hit something called the Twin Towers. Now, I'm in the 10th grade. I didn't know what that was yet. Nothing like that. You remember what you were doing, where you were at?
Yeah, I was in the 7th grade and I was in middle school, obviously. Thank you for the smoke. Appreciate it. And I was in Spanish class.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Spanish class, and irony, I actually wore a New York shirt that day.
Wow.
I had just gotten that shirt from, I think my cousin. They went out there and they visited. They went to the Twin Towers and everything, and they brought back, of course, souvenirs, and my souvenir was a New York shirt, and I wore it. And so somebody in class was like, "Oh, you jinxed today." I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
What's so crazy is because there are a few things in my life that now I'm going to remember your story. I never asked you. We've been together for years. I never asked you where you were, right? But there's a few things in my life I will remember all my life. The birth of all my kids, our wedding, when our loved ones begin to die. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to remember that. I'm going to remember that. And September 11th, that's like the only public event that I can think of. I've never, I don't care about the inauguration of none of these damn presidents. I don't care about, none of this shit. It's just like, that's something big.
Yeah, I don't remember too many inaugurations.
But what about when the Queen died? Did you remember that?
Well, I remember that simply
okay,
because
see.
I was there.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there, but I went to her Jubilee, and I was in Europe at that time. I was in England, and we just so happened to be there during her 70th Jubilee, which is, of course, the celebration of her 70 years reigning queen. And, we saw the celebration. Everybody shut down, and I mean everybody, even the stores, everything shut down for the entire, for a whole week, pretty much. Yeah, it was a whole party.
We went to school the next day. I do remember that. There was no...
Yeah, for September 11th. Yeah, for 9/11. Yeah, I went back to school the next day. It was pretty tragic.
Man, not pretty tragic. It was like definite tragic. We lost almost 3,000 people between the Twin Towers and the Pentagon attack. But a lot of heroes emerged that day. Firefighters.
Oh yeah, like you saw the resilience. You never, I don't want to say you never really realize how much firefighters and police officers, first responders, EMTs, all of them, what they do until, unfortunately, a situation like this happens, and it reminds you how important they are, the things that they do, doctors, nurses, everybody, and they put their lives on the lines to try to save, try to help, try to fix whatever they can, because, they're our first defense.
That's true. Like literally the first line are the firefighters, the police officers, even though some people say fuck 12 and shit like that, Boosie. I'm just saying.
But when you hurt,
okay, that's true.
You kind of,
first people you calling,
that's
right?
kind of the first people you calling, and I'm not gonna lie, because don't call me,
right?
Because I'm not gonna help you unless you're my kid. I'm not gonna help you. I'm just saying, I'm just not equipped, because I see blood and I'm just gonna, I see throw up.
My God,
I'm done.
Damn. It's so much of it. I'm telling you guys. Hey, listen, guys, put in chat, man. Let me know where you guys were for September 11th. We'll check that out here in a second. And I'm just super glad that you guys are here for another Man Cave Monday, the Mantuary podcast, episode 2. We made it another week. I mean, goodness, I thought we were gonna give up, but we kept it pushing, right? I mean,
a couple of times.
I see you got a cup today, though.
I do. I have a cup. You always have a cup. You always have something, and I felt left out.
Danny Lene is coming through with the actual drink. Clap it up, man. Freaking actually coming it up with it, man. So she is drinking a little bit. First off, I guess we'll talk about what I'm drinking. So what I'm going to be smoking today, I'm going to have a Yellow Bird. Now, this is from Privada Cigar Club. This is calling from the Islandindo. I cannot pronounce that. JRW Farm. Now, I've had one of these before. They've sent this stick to me before, like 2 years ago. It's back again. So 6x46 is aged 2 years. The wrapper's Honduran. It's Honduran everything. Now, the taste that I get on this thing, easiest way to describe it is bourbon, bourbon, bourbon. If you like the taste of bourbon, then the taste of bourbon exists in this stick. And also the foot of this stick is really oaky. It pairs well with bourbon, cheese, and grilled meats. Can you believe that shit?
What?
I know. I'm going to have this with a Woodford Reserve Double Oak. I love the Double Oak. It's like a very sweet 90 proof bourbon, easy drinking, especially for somebody who's trying to get into it and trying to learn about bourbon and stuff like that. 90.4 proof alcohol, 45 alcohol by volume. Really easy tasting. I'm almost done with it. You can normally snag it for about $55. It's not the hardest thing to get here in the South. Maybe in the North, some folks are never able to get this shit. But those will be the two items for me. Now, Danny Lene is coming through with the thing that she likes the most, which is, how do you pronounce this shit? This is what some rum.
Oh yeah, it's some rum straight from Puerto Rico. I went on my trip Puerto Rico and got my rum. Right. They're the largest producers of rum, more than any other island. At least that's what they said on the tour. So Trigio rum directly from, so Danny Lene went to Puerto Rico. Trigio?
Is it Trigio? Am I saying that wrong?
Trigo.
See, look at that. See, that's what I'm saying. Listen, this is not the New York Times editorial page, okay? We don't have journalistic integrity around here.
You
hear
me?
Like that does not exist, okay? So what did you say? Trigo, Puerto Rican rum. Danny Lene's drinking that up. What are you mixing it with something? What do you got? I thought I saw you put Jolly Ranchers in that. I
did. I put Jolly Ranchers and I put like the little Airheads that are the gummy kind. Yeah. I put them in there too.
What else? Ice,
and
juice.
There's some ice in here. I like a cool drink. I can't drink it straight like that. Burns my chest.
How's it tasting though?
And then I put a little juice in there. It tastes wonderful. It's a little bit of sweetness, but I definitely feel it reminds me of the island. I love to drink anything that's going to remind me of the island.
All together.
Yeah, home.
So what are y'all drinking tonight? Let me know what y'all are drinking in the chat as well. Also, smoke them if you got them, man. You might as well go ahead, puff them up and make it happen. It's Man Cave Mondays, the Mantuary podcast. Just make it real easy going. Oh, my God. We already got a nice mix of folks in here, man. We got Jesse, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Blasto Supreme is here as well. Queens Native, I ain't seen you in a while. Hopefully everything is doing well with you. Queens Native, thank you for stopping by as well. Redskin Faithful is here. I saw you here nice and early. KCR, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Tammy is here as well. I saw you here nice and early, Tammy. We saw you.
Ooh, she put the kids to bed. I understand that.
You say, who put the kids to bed? It says, been looking forward to this all day. Put the kids to bed early so I won't have any interruptions. Sir, you got a good head on your shoulders, okay? Got to clap it up.
I understand that.
Put him to bed. Tammy is here as well. Thank you for stopping by. Love it when you set up and notify me. I had a lot of time to set this up. Man Cave Mondays, Mantuary podcast is a little bit easier to set up. When I go like random lives, it's just kind of like maybe 20-minute notice, and I'm like live. So I get it. I'm trying to give y'all as much notice.
Oh,
as
see,
possible.
you give them the same amount of notice you give me.
I do literally.
Okay,
Literally.
all right.
See,
as long as we're all being treated the same.
I'm just saying, Franco. Today was a big foxtrot uniform, but at least we have the Mantuary. Listen, absolutely, man. Tater Dom is here as well. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Tater. You know what I'm saying? Tater, I like that. What I like Tater is this. Look at that thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Straight up 80s
like a
licious.
mullet. Is that a mullet?
Straight 80s licious there. Is it not?
It looks like a mullet.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like some fantasticness going on. First thing we want to talk about, guys, is the biggest thing. First segment is just talk about the Grail EDC not for me. And I kind of want you to weigh in on this as well, because it's kind of like, we have this Benchmade weekender that's about to drop. Now, the easiest way, like Benchmade has me by the damn balls. Freaking grip by the scrotum sack when it comes to their offerings.
It sounds painful.
Yeah, literally.
It sounds a little painful.
Right? So when they drop shit, a lot of times they gain my attention and stuff like that. But this knife is about to drop. It's available for pre-order. It's not for me. It's $342. It's just too goddamn high.
It's just the price? That's the only reason why it's not for you?
No, it's just more to it. I like the color. It's this burgundy micarta. So it's the oils in your hands are gonna age it, and it's gonna be discolored over the years. So it will look nice. It has premium steel in it, S90V, which is the same steel that's in my pocket right now.
Okay.
But it's designed to be taken camping, hunting, and like whittle wood for fires and shit like that.
Whittle.
Would you like spend $342 so you can whittle some wood?
First of all, I'm not gonna whittle some wood.
Okay.
I've never whittled wood.
Okay, just what I'm saying.
before.
You got to do a little bit of whittling. Like what? Now you're seeing this for the first time.
Yeah.
What about? Now I'm gonna just tell you right now.
Okay.
CPM S90V is like a premium steel. It's the same steel that's on this specific knife. What about that knife? Why do you think it would be $342?
I don't know.
Absolutely the same thing I say.
You can't ask me though, but you can't ask me because what is a $300 knife supposed to look like?
That's a good question. It's all about the market, like who's willing to pay for it, right? And this is a slip. So this is what's called a slip joint knife, which means you have to intentionally open the knife with your nail slowly like this.
Okay.
Versus I'm holding with a thumb stud. I can whip it open with my thumb. So you can't even whip that knife open. You have to be intentional with it.
I think that's good.
But for $342?
I mean, you got to be safe.
Okay.
You're the one that's talking about being safe all the time.
Well, here's some features that's nice about it. It has a clip point style blade, which is, good for cutting shit. It ain't really good for like campsite cutting of meat and vegetables and you know what I'm saying? And then it has a whittling blade, which is going to be good for creating like kindling for fire.
That's what that little blade is at the
You can use it for whatever you want, but that's what they really want.
It's
a little tiny.
It's a tiny blade.
It also has a bottle opener. They're not featuring it in this picture, but it has.
I'd use the bottle opener.
Okay, but I mean, so you're gonna pop you a little bottled beer and you're trying to, bust one open, some suds.
Something.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
For me, it's a Grail EDC not for me. That is the Grail EDC not for me for the week. I don't know if you guys want to gift it to me, send me stickers. Address is in the description. You can send it to my PO box. But am I gonna be spending my own ducats on it? Boosie, no, it's not gonna happen.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Come on,
and so the absolutely, speaking of some things that seem a little bit funny, you guys remember last week we talked about the brick lady.
This girl again.
Did you hear? What's the update with the brick lady?
So I sent you something that kind of piqued my interest a little bit.
Right.
And it was the possibility that, it was all a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't real. She lying. She's perpetrating. She's out here trying to make everybody look bad. She's trying to get some money. She's scamming, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting. There was a lot of skepticism anyways last week when the situation happened. So it's a possibility it might be true.
Wow. And it's a possibility that this brick lady has been scamming all along, guys. Mm-hmm. Can you believe this? there are posts on social media. This is all alleged. I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna be using alleged real strong to keep Danny Lene and Marine X out of the
Look.
legal hot seat. Okay, but allegedly, this lady, she says she got hit with a brick outside of a club.
Right.
But more posts. Now, this is all social media shit, but apparently she's raised $40,000 on GoFundMe. That's a fact. That's not
Facts.
alleged.
Yeah, that is facts.
Right? Now, allegedly, the owner of the establishment came out and said that he or she has no footage of a woman being smacked with a brick. There's no existence of a brick on the property.
Sips tea.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Sip the goddamn rum, man. I'm just
Tea.
like, apparently, there's no police report found. Now, guys, I don't know. She lives in Texas.
Right.
And
Houston.
I know here in Dallas, if I want a police report, they're public. I can just go down and pay 60 cents at, they may have raised the price, but it's not very expensive and get a police report.
Right.
So, I'm assuming that in the city of Houston, you can look up her name and look for a police report. There's not one, apparently, unless we don't know what we're doing. Right?
Right.
So, also, people are saying that there's no scratches or bruises on her face. And it looks like what?
I did. Okay, so that is kind of difficult. I did notice that when I saw it the first time, but I didn't say anything because I was like, well, maybe, it's just the camera. Maybe it's blurry. Maybe I can't see nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe it is red and, we can't really tell. Sometimes it's hard to see her skin color. So I don't know, but that's what people are saying. She doesn't have any signs of
anything.
Yeah.
So some people are thinking that it could be like an allergic reaction. See, the thing is that like at the club, apparently she was wearing like a ski mask. So you couldn't actually see what her face looked like.
Right.
And they're saying that her face in the club was not swollen. And I don't know overall how I feel about this yet. I don't know if I think she's scheming. I guess my overall summary would be is if this is not true, she fooled a lot of people. She scammed a lot of people. What do you think?
It's not even just, I don't know about, everybody's doing that right now, right? Everybody's creating GoFundMes and,
We gonna make one or what? We have no need. I'm just saying, feel like everybody's doing that shit, right?
Everybody is making a GoFundMe. And so people are getting scammed of their money quite a bit.
Right.
But the good thing about it is that GoFundMe will return you your money if it is found that this is a scam. Or
wait, GoFundMe let you charge back?
Well,
I didn't know you
they
could
give
charge
it back
on damn GoFundMe.
It's also, you call your bank. You got a good bank now. If you got one of them green dot cards, that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
But, you got a little Bank of America, Bank of America maybe not because they're always in hot water. But, maybe a little Wells Fargo or Chase, they'll do something for you. But you can get your money back, or you can file some type of, I think there have been people that have filed something against people as well who scammed on GoFundMe and they've been made to give it back, or they've been ordered to do something behind it.
Right.
So that's not the piece that really bothers me. The part that bothers me, that if this is actually true, that she made all of this up, is that she made women look bad, because we already get it bad right now as it is, and especially black women. I'm just going to say that and put it out there.
Right.
We are already targeted. We're not believed half the time. We don't get enough media coverage when actual real situations happen for us. So, that whole Carly Richardson?
Name? Carly Ray, I think.
Carly something.
Whatever. The lady who pretended to be kidnapped.
Right. Her.
It's like 2.0.
Right. Her situation, like, that was terrible. But now the ex-boyfriend is getting a whole bunch of attention as well. But the other thing that bothers me as well is she made men look bad, right? She's bashing men. And not just men, any man, but black men. Mm-hmm. You're further dividing and creating a wedge between black men and black women, because there's many times and examples where black women call out black men for not supporting us, protecting us like we protect y'all.
Right.
And everybody's going to use this as an example. But now, she lying. So it's like you just illegitimize everything.
So it's crazy because if this is a scam, well, here's the final piece. So when she went live initially, she pulled out her phone and she immediately started saying, can you believe no one's doing anything? Look at all these men standing around, blah, blah, blah. well, they interviewed two people that were there, and they said that we were in a gas station. We walked outside. Next thing you know, this chick went live, said we weren't doing shit. We called the police. We called 911, and we reported to the police what she told us. We don't know if she got hit by a brick.
Right.
So I think we need more information. It's so crazy because her social media has become radio silent, and she was prolific on TikTok.
Which makes me wonder if there is some validity to these allegations, you know? Like, and if it is valid, she owes everyone an apology. She owes black women an apology. She owes black men an apology. She owes everyone. Feminists.
Because they were
she knows
the believe all women movement,
right.
which is stupid. Like, to believe them just off rip, I don't believe. You know, just like soon as something comes out of a woman's mouth,
because
just
women
believe
lie.
it.
Because women lie.
Yeah.
Women lie, and they scam, and they get upset, and they get mad, and they get vengeful. We do that. Like, we do that, okay? If a woman says that she doesn't, she lying. She's done it at least once. All right. Now, she might have learned her lesson and she no longer does it, and she learns how to cope and handle things differently. But she's done it at least once, you know? So I'm not a full feminist like that.
Right.
But I'm just more of a realist. I'm on both sides. I just want the real and I just want the truth.
I feel like, listen, the only thing I could share with y'all so far literally is just social media posts. I'm waiting for a reputable website. So there was reputable websites that wrote the story about her.
Right.
I'm waiting for the Newsweeks, New York Times, Washington Examiners, Houston Chronicle, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, somebody to come out with there's so many investigative journalists. Like, this is something that could be easily driven to the ground.
Right.
And we could figure out if she's just straight scamming. Apparently she also like has had other GoFundMes in the past where she's gone live in the past alleging people has hit her in the face. She did the same thing in 2020. See,
I can't do that. See, you've lost me.
Yeah.
You lost me. So unfortunately, if this did happen, it's still hard for me to support her.
Right.
I'm just going to be honest, because if you did this before in 2020 and anything that you say going forward with this situation is just going to make me question
what's going on. And just a summary, guys. I'm assuming y'all know what we're talking about. Woman alleges she comes out the club, or I'm going to just say establishment. I don't know if it was a club or a bar or whatever. Right.
Yeah, it was a club.
Says a guy wanted her number. He walked up to her, wanted her number. She said no. And then he smashed her over the head with a brick.
I
mean, like, if this is not a real name, what's her new nickname gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Brick lady.
Brick lady. Like, that's probably what it's gonna be. It's
just
probably
saying,
gonna be Brick Lady. And the fact that, she came out and she was upset, she was angry, but she, again, like I said, she started filming
$40,000. Yeah, right after, right.
She started filming after guy left. So after whatever altercation that they had, and after the guy already drove off, and guys were coming out of the grocery store, right, or the 7-Eleven or whatever it was, and they were like looking around like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think that's tough, guys. We're gonna keep following up on this, man, because if it is something that really happened, then like something needs to happen to her. See, I guess technically she didn't file a police report, so you can't charge her for filing a false police report. She did raise money on GoFundMe, but I mean, what is the repercussions for scamming people on GoFundMe? Like, I don't think shit can happen to you.
No, I've seen it. I've seen like news articles where people have created GoFundMes. The GoFundMes were scams, and they had to either get them back or they face some type of legal repercussions.
See, yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad I ain't get a freaking chick no goddamn money. I'm just saying that because a little $2.
You would have had to explain to me why you gave this whole $2.
$2 make a holler.
I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't have been outside. Let me stop.
I mean, baby, listen. If we would have had to give her $2,
why do we need to give her $2 for her face?
I mean, I didn't give her no god.
But we don't know her job. She might have health benefits.
I mean, apparently the bitch is good at slapping people. I've seen some videos of that. Allegedly,
she needs to have medical benefits if she's walking around here slapping folks and she's constantly going to the hospital.
Okay, all right. I mean, speaking of going to the goddamn hospital, man, I guess that for me, The next story has to kind of do with goddamn prime time. And Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, moved from Jackson State University with football. He has since moved over to Colorado University. He has won 2 games. And I'm going to just tell y'all some of the positives, and then I'm going to just kind of give you my thoughts, and that might sound a little bit negative, especially because I'm goddamn black, but just to kind of keep it real, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, like, he was with Jackson State University, his real big first opportunity to coach at a collegiate level.
Right.
He did pretty good there. He got a big-ass offer at Colorado University. He went over there. He's won his first 2 games. He won his first home game where they had over 50,000 cheeks in the seats. 50,000 freaking carbon-based humans up in that mug supporting.
Right.
More black people are starting to go to the games. All this good stuff. But I guess for me, I would say overall that people are riding his dick like it is like a Players Club movie from the early 2000s. Like, it's just... Because what I don't want to happen is he takes a L and people just start to shit all over him. Like, what do you think about this hype when it comes to Coach Prime?
I mean, it's gonna happen. If people are gonna shit on you no matter what. So I don't know. I think it is. I think the hype is good because there was so much negative backlash for him leaving Jackson State. I think it's good for him to have the hype because everybody kept saying, everybody tried to keep acting like he was a traitor. He wasn't a traitor. He said what he was going to do. He went there. He did what he said. He created more visual on HBCUs. He created more attention and all of that. That's exactly what he set out to do. He created a program. They were successful. They won. And now he needs to move on to the next thing that's best for him and his family. But it also opens doors up for us as well. And I wish people would understand that. It doesn't just end at a HBCU. It carries. So accept it, love it, keep it going. But when he does lose, because everybody loses a game every now and then, just chill out.
I guess what people's anger with him was, why can't it end at a HBCU? So think about it this way, like, some folks go to a college, they stay there for 40 years, they just build that college up and take them to championships. He seemingly, this is just us on the outside looking in, he got cut that, few dozen $1 million. I don't know what it was, but it was over, you know what I'm saying? It was a good chunk of change. I think it was like 14 million, something like that.
Or something
to
like
coach
that.
for Colorado. Well, I guess a lot of people were upset because it's just like, why couldn't you stay here and possibly allow for them to rise? But yeah, I guess, I don't know if it was a good or bad thing. I'm afraid that he has people like Michael Irvin and Shannon Sharp, T.O., the Wu-Tang Clan, all these people coming to the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if he takes a L, what do you think is gonna like happen? You know what I'm saying? Especially for some of our people that are like secretly plotting against him. What do you think is gonna happen when he takes that first L?
They're gonna do what they always do, and they're gonna say something today, and then tomorrow they're gonna forget and move on to the next thing. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. I think that he keeps doing well. Hopefully, everybody stops freaking goddamn riding his goddamn stick like it's a pogo stick because it's unnecessary. Okay, Boosie?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
No, I'm just saying.
Come on,
He's doing what
man.
he's supposed to do.
Right.
Okay. And for me, like, again, it's just about growth. What do? You move to the next thing. You move up, you move up, you move up. It's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. He's not here to play Captain Save-A-Ho to everybody. It's a job. Okay? And if you can help people along the way, that's important. And that's for anybody, black, white, Mexican, anybody. But at the end of the day, it's a job. I'm not going to sit at my job for 10 years and stay and never move up because of what other people may think or say or whatever. I'm not working for you. You don't pay my bills. You don't give me the money. I'm going to move on to the next thing because I have a pathway that I'm trying to reach. So I should just give up on my dreams and my pathway for you?
No. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, let's just see how the season goes, man. I don't particularly watch football ever since that shit that happened with Colin Kaepernick and all. That just ever since 2017, I have not. I mean, you can kind of speak
No,
to that.
yeah, you know, you
I'm
stop.
not-
You used to be faithful with your little Cowboys and everything.
I mean, I know the Cowboys won yesterday, goddamn
did.
40-0.
They
Like,
did.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on with that shit? I haven't seen no highlights or nothing. Apparently they're doing well. Okay. Apparently the first game went well. Speaking of going well, guys, time for the Battalion Bullhorn. What are you guys saying in the dang on chat, man? What's going on down here in the chat? Oh my God. He says 10th grade. Yes, I was in the 10th grade, Redskin faithful. Danny Lene was in the 7th grade.
Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? 22 years ago.
You have to put
22
a number to it.
It's the 22nd anniversary,
I'm just
right?
saying.
I mean, that math is mathing, right? 2001 to
No.
2023.
No.
Is it not? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He says he worked as a firefighter in Columbus. We watched it all on TV. He was also in the Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps also. So
Okay.
double service, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, Chris says that he was walking from one class to another and all hell broke loose. I was waiting for a new Power Man 500 album. What? Hold on, wait. What is a Power Man 500? Anyone for Doomsday to come out? Obviously, it was postponed. Okay. That was, I remember those days back in the day. I used to literally walk to CD warehouse. Did y'all have a CD warehouse? CD, like place where you would walk and look at CDs in Austin?
Are you serious? It's Austin.
I mean, I don't know.
Like we living on a rock. We're out there in the country in the sticks. It's Austin, Texas, which is the capital of Texas.
Okay.
So we don't have a CD warehouse.
So y'all did.
Right.
For me, the biggest thing was I remember back in the day, I would go to CD warehouse and do that 5-finger discount. Listen, we're not gonna. I'm just saying it was.
Are you serious?
I didn't mean to.
So you gonna get on me for the things that I did when I was younger?
Okay,
But
right.
you out here stealing whole CDs.
I
bought my
I don't
CDs.
know if like accurately say steal. I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
It was the 5-finger discount.
It's
It's like a
the
little
judgment
different.
for me.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the judgment.
It's just
the
those
things that you
days,
learn about people that you're married to after you're married to them.
every day. Franco says they rolled those TVs in class. It was wild to think about a migration of the population across the country, but a lot of people here in St. Louis have relatives in New York and the East Coast. The country seemed to come together after that. Like, it didn't matter what your political party was, your religion. It didn't matter if you were an American or not. It seemed like everybody kind of like meshed together after 9/11. Like, I kind of, you know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Right. No, yeah. Like always in times of strife. Yeah. I agree.
David Hurst, thanks for stopping by, my guy. Thanks for being a goddamn member. He says, I was at work in my 3rd year at my current job and prepping to celebrate my daughter's 5th birthday later that day. So, like, people have, like, very explicit memories of that day and all of that good stuff, man. I just think that Tammy, now, when it comes to the brick lady, Tammy thinks it's a straight-up scam. Like, I think y'all women have a intuition that we don't have.
Of course.
Do you think it's a... You know what I'm saying? Do you
I think
it's
she's
a scam?
suspect. Yes, I think she's suspect. I think she wants attention. I think she wants the money. I think she's scamming folks. I think she's out here just doing the most. I do. I think her entire TikTok life has been about attention, trying to go viral. That's what everybody's trying to do nowadays. Everybody's just trying to go viral. They're willing to do any and everything. It's like, it's that old saying, selling your soul type of thing. But yes, it's more, social media has like just soaked up all of that. And if you have attention trauma, yeah.
So Naptosis says that it gives fuel to bigots. It is true. Like if this becomes not true, if this becomes a scam,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We already know what the deal is. Chef Rocky, thanks for stopping by. You already know we got Danny Lene in the building, sir. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
Ooh, he said I'm smart.
He said
Thank you.
She's smart, sir. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. We appreciate that. Jesse says probably the least respected and most disrespected demographic. Thanks for speaking your mind, talking about black folks.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
A lot of folks, saying would kind of agree with that, man. Like Queens Native says women like men lie. I don't know if she meant women lie, men lie.
She meant women lie, men lie.
Okay, so
everybody lie.
Everybody lie.
Y'all lie. Okay, with the whole black man don't cheat. Y'all lie.
Well, the saying is black men don't cheat. They didn't say black men don't lie.
Y'all lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That whole statement is a lie.
Right.
Continue.
I mean, Mike and Ike's EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. He says Mrs. X telling it like it is. Okay. Yeah, I think
I'll try.
I can agree with that summation, man. Semper Fi, thank you for stopping by as well, man. I think that he says Redskin Faithful, this is awesome. Now, KCR says, I caught some flack when I left coaching golf for a public high school to go to a private Christian school. Got my BS for a while and it went away. I heard BS. I thought bachelor's degree, but no. No, I get what you're saying. So like KCR decided to move on, kind of like Coach Prime, right? He said Coach Prime went from HBCU, probably making $2 million a year. Colorado University making at least, you know, saying 14, 12 million a year.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, or what?
It's the same thing. I mean, at the end of it's the same thing, but it can be looked at differently because of the color of your skin.
Right.
You know, whereas you're looked at as ambitious, driven, focused, you know, others, you have a different skin color, you're looked at as, you know, you're a sellout. You're, you know what I'm saying? You're a traitor. You don't really care about us. You were lying, this and that, and all this other stuff, and that's not true. Stop doing that. You know, make yourself better. Why are you so upset that somebody else is elevating growth? Right. That is what we're supposed to do. I don't think we're supposed to be on this earth to like just stay stagnant. That would be boring.
I mean, some folks, you know, say, you know, those people off the coast of India that don't let nobody on their island, they stagnant.
Well, you know what? I understand it because some of these people are crazy.
Hey, I'm just saying. Queens Native says, agreed, I left my job of 9 years due to the structure. As a female, there is a glass ceiling I could not break through. Deuces were chucked. Yeah.
That speaks to me right there. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know.
So Alex says the Kaepernick ruined football for her. And for me, it wasn't necessarily Kaepernick ruining football for me. I guess that I think the situation was played horribly by both sides. Kaepernick in the NFL. And I think just me personally so there's this thing called the Mendoza line, right?
Okay.
So the Mendoza line, and do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, before I mansplain, I'm just saying.
You know you like to mansplain.
Before I goddamn mansplain, Boosie, okay?
Come on,
So the Mendoza line in baseball is the minimum line of something you have to be able to do for you to be viable in the MLB.
Okay.
Right? So if you can't make the Mendoza line, then you shouldn't be in the MLB, right? So if you can't throw a certain speed, catch, whatever your position is, you don't make the Mendoza line. So the NFL doesn't really have a Mendoza line, but Kaepernick was at the waning. He was one of the worst performing quarterbacks at the time, right? So I'm gonna just tell you, this is just my theory.
Okay.
Because his first part of his career, there was all sorts of things happening in the country to black people. Okay. There was all sorts of things happening in the country he never spoke up about in a public way. When he began to fall below the Mendoza line in NFL, when it came to the other 31 quarterbacks who were starting and he wasn't starting at the time, it is just, to me, a little coincidental that he began to take these big public actions, because before that, he wasn't doing huge donations. He wasn't doing huge public actions. He wasn't.
I'm not going to let you do this.
So for me, I think that he was representing black people, but I also think that he was trying to get attention from himself a little bit.
I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you do that. I love what Kaepernick did.
Okay. But you don't think he had any underlying reasons, especially his performance? Because it was just so sudden.
I mean, his performance, he sucked. Like,
he didn't suck
at the time. You know. No, he sucked at the time. Let's just be real. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's just be honest. Let's just, shoot the shit. It's true. He sucked at the time. He wasn't his best. He was falling off. He wasn't doing what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? But him speaking up or taking a stance or doing something, it might have been coincidental, I don't know, but a huge piece of that had to do with his girlfriend at the time. Like, she pushed him to really dig into it and to really do something about it. He had always had some type of feeling in the past. Like, he had, just with his own life, what he had been going through. He had experienced himself, being of mixed race and being adopted and growing up in a predominantly white household, so he went through that and he showed it inside of his Netflix special.
Right.
He
watched
did.
it, yeah.
Right. Which he narrated, You know what I'm saying? It wasn't somebody else. It wasn't just a lens. You know, it was basically an autobiography. And so you could tell there was always something just kind of just underlines, you know, in your head, and you're thinking about it and you're wondering about it, but you don't know as you're going through your life journey. And then you might meet somebody who you share your inner feelings with because you never share that with anybody else. And they may know a little bit more, and they may help spark that flame and tell you, hey, no, what you're feeling is legitimate, and you might want to start actually doing something about it or saying something about it, and that being okay. So I think that was just a situation, and it could happen in any situation, not just a racial situation. I mean, you know, if you want to stand up for women, you want to stand up for men, you want to stand up for, you know, what's going on with the Ukrainian, you know, anything.
But do you think she would have pushed him that hard if he was starting, if he was putting out, you know what I'm saying, like just Tom Brady type numbers, getting a bag of $200 million for 10-year contract and all that other type of stuff? Because when it was happening, she was in his life when he was starting. She wasn't making that push.
But what was going on was social media wasn't. So there has always been situations going on in the past with police brutality and all that other stuff, difficult conversations and stuff like that. But social media has come and shed a light on it because now you can see it instantly, right? So it was happening more prevalent. So in the past, when he was good, was there this same type of coverage on these type of issues? No. Okay? No. Now that the coverage was going on at the exact same time, I mean, what better time to talk about it?
I guess
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know me, I'm a benefit of the doubt type person.
Overall.
You get one out of me, and that's it.
Speaking of getting one out of you, Jesse says, Danny Lene, your lashes look good.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all don't never say that about my goddamn lashes, Boosie. They don't never say shit about mine, man.
Why I can't just have a compliment? Why you gotta take my compliment?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all never say shit about my goddamn lash. I'm on this live stream multiple days a week.
It's not about you.
We start the Mantuary podcast and bring Danny Lene out here.
It's not about you.
Sometimes you make the goddamn live stream. You know what I'm saying? I show him that ass and show him, you know what I'm saying, everything that's going on. Hey, listen,
talking about, man?
It'd be like that sometimes.
Here we go.
Queen's Data says, you read the typo. I knew that you would get it. You know, ladies, y'all got a way to read typos and shit. And sometimes it just don't be happening for me. That is the Battalion Bullhorn, guys. I just wanted to just kind of get your thoughts on those stories because I think that they're a little bit wacky. We'll keep up with those. Any changes, we definitely will let you know. Speaking of changes, like, okay, so there's new EDC stuff. Of course, there's always knives and stuff like that. And one thing that I thought was interesting, I don't know when some of these companies are going to try to expand some of their things. So Leatherman's about to drop a EDC case that doubles as a mini workstation for multi-tools. Now, this is basically, it's a big-ass pouch. You can put tech stuff in there. You can put notes and bags and diapers or whatever, but you can also do maintenance on your... I mean, you know, we got fucking kids and shit. We got goddamn...
Diapers can't fit in that bag.
Diapers can fit in this bag.
Not for our kids.
You can fit like 2-3 diapers in here. You know what I'm saying? Look, it says view gallery. Look at that. Look how big that thing is.
Not for our kids.
We can get a couple diapers in there.
We got like 5 kids.
So Leatherman is about to drop this. It's available for pre-order now. Leatherman's sending me one of these out as a full disclosure, but they also sent me their maintenance kit, which is just a standalone kit, which can't fit anything else in it but those little maintenance tools. So I guess these companies are really wanting you to be able to do maintenance on the go, cleaning shit, but I don't know what the viability of this. This is $70, so you can do maintenance. Here's the big open area in the back. You can't fit shit in there?
I mean, what I'm gonna put one diaper for the baby, one diaper for, one diaper each for the boys, and then a thing of wipes, like a small pack of wipes.
I mean, you got everything you need.
No, we don't have everything we need. We literally have been going through a diaper an hour for the last week with Coy Lee.
I mean, we got a lot of fucking kids, okay? It be like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying we do not have everything we need inside of that bag.
So it's gonna include a little maintenance tray, a bunch of Molly webbing, so you can put your Leatherman tools. It's adaptable with a bunch of different Leatherman multi-tools. Maybe not the big fat like Leatherman Crunch and shit like that, but you got like a Leatherman Free P4, the smaller multi-tools, you should be fine. I don't know if the juices, it's $70. It's basically an EDC pouch mixed with a maintenance area. I guess the price is competitive when I get it in my hands. I don't know if I'll do a review. I told Leatherman I don't owe them shit. They don't owe me shit. So I may never do a review on this, but
I'm going to hear about it, though.
You'll hear about it.
I know I'll hear about it.
You'll hear about it. I mean, what do y'all think about this? Is Leatherman? I mean, some folks are saying KCR saying Leatherman is done. I still carry Leatherman, right? I mean,
I don't know what you carry. You carry so much. I feel like every day I see a new bag. Right. I see a new carry. What are you carrying today?
Today I'm carrying well, I guess I didn't even talk about that earlier. So I'm carrying the Benchmade. I'm gonna cover your face for a second. This is the Benchmade Bug Out Carbon Fiber S90V Elite. Now this knife, you know what I'm saying, Benchmade sent this out. This knife, when it was initially sent to me, was like $300 and something. I think it's still over $300.
Okay.
So it's a nice little knife or whatever, but would I spend the money on it? It's nice, it's lightweight. I think I offered this to you as a possibility of a knife that you would think about. You want to put that in your hands and see what you think about?
But I think I already I felt this, didn't I?
Yeah.
Before.
I like the way you grab a knife. Just go and whip it open. There you go.
Okay. I'm slow with it.
Yeah. It cuts paper and shit too. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You nothing like a goddamn $300 knife. $300 knife.
See, now I don't know how to. Oh no, I remember.
You remember how to look at clothes and everything, girl. Look at you. Just
I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention.
And making stuff happen. It says, knowing Leatherman, you need proprietary screwdrivers just to open the damn bag. No, listen. So Leatherman, the bits on Leatherman are getting a little bit better. You can still use T6 and T8 common screwdrivers to take them apart. You don't need anything crazy to take them apart. At least from my assessment, any Leatherman I've ever had to work on has kind of been just an easygoing thing. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, would I buy this if they weren't sending it? Probably not, because the most viability of it is that area right there. And I like the little zipper and the 2 slip pockets, but I don't see myself spending $70 just to have a little
like a lunchbox.
Yeah, look like a lunchbox, right? Like the whole way. Look at as he's putting it in at the top. I mean, he's doing his little maintenance and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Anyway, but look at that. So it looks like a lunchbox.
It does. It looks like a lunchbox, and then you could put the bento boxes. That's
oh my god!
We've been sitting there watching bento.
Freaking the freaking bentos. Yes, you can stuff a goddamn bento in there, man.
Ryan's been asking for a bento box.
I don't know why.
Oh my god!
Native agrees. It looks like a definitely giving lunchbox vibes. Listen,
see, you're giving lunchbox.
You guys know I am a freaking Android sheep. Okay. You guys know I'm an Android sheep, right? I have an iPhone for my YouTube iPhone and kind of my work iPhone.
Flip right on over.
I have an iPhone 13 Pro. It's nice. So apparently tomorrow for new EDC, if you guys are looking to update your EDC phones, I guess tomorrow Apple's updating iPhone.
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean?
It looks the same every fucking year.
Okay, Google Pixel that looks the same every fucking year.
It does not look the same every year.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't.
Yes, it does. No, or your Android or your Samsung Galaxy or your whatever.
Right.
I remember you were on the Note for a while. That thing looked the same every year. You hear me? So you could miss me with the phones look the same every year.
No, listen. I had my Galaxy Note 5 until it would not turn on anymore, okay?
Yes. It was sad.
It was not sad. It was a sad day.
It was embarrassing.
But you know what, though? To be honest with you, it was a good thing it died. I don't think we were together yet when I got rid of that phone. It was like a whole bunch of old-ass pics that needed to go away anyway. So it was like perfect timing.
Here you go.
It was like perfect timing.
We were together because you showed it to me.
Not when that phone died.
So what was it, the 7? See, they all look the same. I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. It
was a bunch of broads in that phone.
I'm sure it
had to go.
I'm sure it was.
I'm just glad.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. And now I moved on to bigger and better with you and the Google Pixel 7. You hear me? I'm just saying.
Look at you trying to make a save.
Both of them.
Ooh, you trying to make
at the same time. iPhone 15 drops tomorrow. I don't know if this is listen, you know what I'm most excited about for this fucking phone? It's finally got to have, I just got to be real. Because sometimes iPhone just gets me a little revved up. I do like the fact that we can, little message back and forth.
It looks ghetto when you have this green in my message and everybody else is blue. I don't like it.
So I'm excited that they're putting USB-C on this shit. So one cable to charge everything.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that excites me. Nothing else. I mean, you have an iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Oh my gosh.
according to the new Pro Max, it's supposed to be a little bit slimmer this way, so it's easier to hold one-handed, but still a bit same size screen.
Oh, I like that.
Also, the colors look real whack.
Yeah.
Like your color looks fucking phenomenal. The color that you have, I don't know if they have the leaked colors on this website. They don't.
Okay.
The colors are like blue, gray, black, silver.
Oh, so they went back to the original.
More and shit. Yeah.
See, I can't get rid of my green now. I love green.
And then they also have they got a new 6x zoom lens on there, so it zooms in 6 times. I don't know, how often do you zoom in across the street to take a goddamn picture with your phone?
Well, there are times when I see something funny and I try to zoom in.
But currently, right now, the 13 Pro zoom in 3 times. It's just gonna go to 6 times, which allow. And then I think if you zoom in, so it's gonna go 6 times optically, and then you can zoom in 30 times.
Oh no, that's too much. I'm not gonna do all
digitally.
of that. Well, I will say it would help when I'm at Ryan's competitions for cheer.
Right. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna be. Is it gonna be clean though?
What are you talking about? I don't know. Let's see. You should buy it.
I mean, we gotta trade your shit in though.
Okay, that's fine. It's time to trade it in. It got a little scratch anyway.
Nah, scratch is not a goddamn reason to trade this shit in. We can get the phone screen fixed.
It's a reason to trade it in. Why? When we can just go get a new phone.
You know what else we can get that's new? We could just go ahead and get you a nice Google Pixel.
No, we cannot.
8, because that's about to drop here soon as well.
No.
Okay, we'll talk about it, right?
That trash.
That top says digital. It doesn't count. You're right. I agree with that. You know, it's a lot of phones that are not doing 30 zoom with everything on top of it. You know, I'll check it out. If it looks interesting.
How you gonna check it out? You gonna buy me one? Is that what you're saying?
No, because I mean, listen. So like the phones are gonna be. I don't need a Pro. I have a 13 Pro now, and I don't use the Pro features.
That's
so
fine.
I would like a regular ass iPhone.
So why you can't buy me one? Because I always have the Pros.
You know what I'm saying? It says CMP says buy the new iPhone. Support my uncle at the CCP. What's the CCP?
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know what the CCP means. He said whoever his uncle is.
Can I get an acronym?
Oh wait, Communist China Party. Okay, yeah, he's talking about China. He said support China. He said support China. Hey, you know what, guys? So one thing that I want you to do is these are some must-do maintenance for the week. How much like maintenance are you doing? So one thing I want you guys to maintenance is if whatever you got going on this week, guys, it is time for you to do must-do maintenance of the week. This is the must-do maintenance of the week segment. It is time to look at your 72-hour or your 48-hour bags. Do you guys have these bags? Do you know we got some of these bags around the house?
I recognize that, that highlighter yellow.
That's our blackout bag. That's the bag for all the lights.
I didn't know what that bag was for.
Oh, now you know. It's the blackout bag.
Well, I do remember that when we had a situation where it was another tornado,
right?
Because it's constant. You threw all of us in the tub,
right,
and you threw the bag in there. And then when we moved to this house, you threw us all in the powder bathroom. And you threw the bag in there. And I'm like, why we got this big, huge bag in here? And we got like 6 people in this room. And this room's small as hell.
But that's the bag I threw in there. So we got 2 different survival bags in the house at all times. It's really 3, but 2 that you know about.
3?
Yeah, one is a earthquake bag. You know what
I'm
saying?
We got an earthquake bag. We live in Texas.
It could happen, okay?
It cannot happen.
It could happen, okay?
Really?
It could happen.
Just like a zombie apocalypse. Huh?
You never know. So listen, one of our blackout bag has this battery charger. Shout out to FJ Dynamics. They sent it out. That's going to be added to our blackout bag. That's going to be really to keep our devices, the internet, as long as the internet's working outside, we can keep it charged up and all our phones, all our devices.
Oh, okay. So Ryan will just take over that entire thing with her iPad, her MacBook. Well, she doesn't have a MacBook yet, but we're talking about getting her one.
Right.
iPhone, iPad, what else?
Everything.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Her Nintendo.
Oh, yeah. And then we also have the 72-hour survival kit, which is just more like if there's something that's going on and it has more food in it. But if you guys have these type of bags, it's time for you to just take a look at the batteries inside, the emergency radio, see if the food is spoiled, see if the medical supplies have melted together, make sure the battery banks are charged up, et cetera, et cetera. So I really would like for you guys the must-do maintenance of the week is your 72-hour bags. Are you going to help me out with that?
No. I'm going to go to sleep.
We got a few of them that we need to knock out, though.
Nope.
I'm just saying because I think that it would be prudent that we, you know what I'm saying, knock this shit up.
I think you're good at it. I trust you.
Okay.
I trust that you're going to take care of it. Just like I didn't know anything about the third one. Why should I know about the maintenance of the third one?
I mean, because now that bag is out here.
Okay,
right?
that's fine.
It's just like that last.
Out here,
impromptu.
anyways.
Queen's Native says, "Why do we got an earthquake bag?" That's what happens when someone that's EDC fanatic, lover the preppers, and saying a kid for everything. You know, you got kids in the back of your vehicle and all that shit. You got a couple survivor kids back there. Listen. If you are on I-20 coming from West Texas, let's just imagine it, right? So there you are coming from Austin. You're coming up 35. You are south of the city. You're far enough away. There's a snowstorm. You get stuck in your vehicle. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets stuck on I-35 in their vehicles.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to be able to climb in the back of your vehicle, pop open your emergency thing because you can't drive, you can't walk, have a little candle in there so you can keep the inside cabin of your vehicle warm?
I need a bigger car.
That's the whole takeaway that you got. Really, that's the whole goddamn takeaway, Boosie. Like, really?
All this shit. I can't climb in the back. We got too many car seats.
You know what I'm saying?
It's blocking my way to my bag.
Okay.
So I should get a bigger car so I can have a pass-through way to be able to get to that bag. Otherwise, it's pointless, and we gonna freeze. We gonna freeze to death.
But if you are by yourself, I just want you to be able to have food.
Also, if I'm by myself.
If you come
like
back
I still
Austin,
don't have those car seats in there.
I mean, the car seats are always there. We got a lot of fucking kids, okay?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You were fine as fuck. We got a lot of fucking kids, okay? Be like that. Danny Lene, clap it up for you, girl, man. I'm just saying, y'all making it happen for y'all real quick, man. We appreciate y'all once again for stopping by for another Mantuary podcast. Anything you want to leave the folks before we bounce up out of here?
Hey, peace, light, and love.
Peace, life, and love. It's time for us to bounce ourselves up out of here. We appreciate y'all stopping by once again. We will be back soon for another Mantuary podcast. We will speak soon.